It is 9:28, and you're listening to ChaChaCha in Blue here on CKUT FM 90.3, CKUT.ca. It is the funding drive, so yeah, go ahead and just zip on over to CKUT.ca/donate. You'll see if you go to CKUT.ca, you'll see a big green button at the top of the page that says Make a Pledge. So go ahead and just do that, because we need that. And make sure that you click ChaChaCha in Blue as the show that you're donating through, because that's important too. I got show goals that I got to meet, and we want to keep this thing going. So let's welcome into the studio. Well, he was here last week. He's back again by popular demand. Mr. Alec McElkrin.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, and Dan Legault is also here with him. Brought his drum box.
Yeah.
And Alan Springer is here as well with his little setup here with a Vox and a PRS.
Hi, John.
How you doing? How you doing?
He's got the sexy voice going. What's happening?
There you go. It's, it's radio. He has to put on. I have to put on the FM voice.
I'm going to put on the radio voice.
That's it. The FM voice. You have to get into that now. And, now they together are collectively known as the Associates. And okay, what does the Associates mean? Because when I try to go tag you on Facebook, man, there's I put associates, and I got law firms, and I got plumbing companies, and I got
we gotta find something
pretty much
else. Well, yeah, I guess what is it? We've been playing in different bands together for like 20 years, so we're not always in the same band, and in fact, we're often not. But for some reason, we end up always on the same band anyway. So
You're on this gig. Yeah.
Oh, that's how that works. So we're associated, and we've been in associated things. So it just seemed like, well, yeah, we're a law firm. We're the law firm of the blues. That's terrible. That's terrible. Do not quote me on that.
That's our new tagline.
well, they already had Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross doing the law firm of jazz, I guess.
There you go. Yes. Yeah, we're as good as that. Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I always called them an accounting firm, but law firm works too. So that could be. Now, let me just ask you a side question here that's not associates. You're also playing with Angel Forrest.
Yes.
Are you going to be going to Memphis with her in January?
I am indeed.
Excellent, great. So congratulations.
Thank you.
We're all pulling for you. We got a heck of a team going down there this year with Angel Forrest and Steve Hill. Yeah, I see a 1-2 punch here. That's
it's been good the last few.
They
years.
won't know what hit them,
right? I wonder if they're going to think there's something in the water, because the last couple of years there have been some pretty strong people going down.
Yeah, exactly. And I know Steve already won for independent album like last year for his volume 2 of solo recordings, I think it was.
He's an unstoppable force.
Yeah, exactly. And he's getting in a lot of practice opening for Wishbone Ash in England now.
Oh, nice.
So
he's doing that tour thing.
Yeah, exactly. So he's warming up. He'll be ready for Memphis, and I guess you're playing all the time, so you guys will be ready too.
Yeah.
So
it's that path. Actually, Alan's running off to a gig after this.
Yeah, I know. I heard you're playing at McGibbon's.
Yeah.
Now, Alan and I will
Memphis.
confess, Alan and I have a past. We do share a past. I
thought we weren't going to talk about that.
It's not as bad. It's not as bad as the guy who got in my cab one night and was sure we spent a night in a jail cell where we had comforted each other.
No, it's nothing like.
No, we were both at Phantasmagoria on Sherbrooke Street at Westmount adjacent NDG.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
Actually, a lot of us, I think, here have some music retail in our past, don't we?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's how I met Alec, actually.
That's right.
Was
That's
that,
right. Back in
HMV?
91 or 2.
Yeah.
HMV, you were in the rock section, and I was in jazz.
You were wearing blue, I was wearing green. It was amazing.
I remember it well. Yeah. And Dan?
Yeah.
Did you work in music retail?
No, I didn't actually.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
But he and I share something as well. Dan has a little company called Juke Joint Guitars.
Yeah.
And he's the man to blame for my my Expo 67 license plate guitar.
Yeah, that turned out pretty nice. It was pretty cool,
I love that thing. It's beautiful,
awesome. Great, yeah.
I like that thing.
That's fun, yeah.
So that's Juke Joint Guitars. And Dan makes a nice guitar because, Matt Isbell from Ghost Town Blues Band, who's actually going to be at Bistro Jojo next week, I think it is. Or the week after next, yeah.
Right.
And he makes cigar box guitars.
Right.
But his can only be played by slide. You can't fret them. He puts the strings up so high that you can't do anything but slide with them.
Right.
And Dan makes a nice guitar that you can actually fret. You can actually play it.
Yeah, I've done both.
Like a guitar.
Yeah, I've done both. You can do both, and yeah.
He's a man of many talents.
Well, yes, exactly.
I try. I love it.
And recording engineer.
Yes, that's right. Yes. He also recorded this thing.
Yeah.
And designed the album cover.
Right.
Oh, a little of everything.
Yeah. Jack of all trades.
Renaissance man.
Yep.
That is.
So collectively, as I said, they are known as the Associates. They have a new CD out. It's called Volume 1. I assume that other volumes are anticipated.
2, 3, 4, and ongoing series.
Exactly, and this way, you don't have to limit yourself to anything. You can't say limited to Volume 1. It's
threateningly titled.
There you go. Well, let's give everybody a little intro to you by way of playing a song.
Sure.
And while you're listening to this, folks, you can go over to CKUT.ca and click on that Make a Pledge button. And remember that you're hearing this live in studio right here.
Just Don't Have the Time is the name of this song.
1, 2, 1,
2. Take it easy, but don't take too long. Folks have a way of moving to the next brand new song. While you're still waiting for the planets to align, well now, won't someone give me a sign? You got our attention, but you just don't have the time. Head in the clouds in your own private world, where everybody's waiting for your flag to unfurl. Well, excuse me interrupting, well, welcome to the daily grind. Well now, won't someone give me a sign? You got half the goods, but we just don't have the time. Well, cancel my subscription to the barcode insurrection. Straight from the basement to the latest confection. Well, how many more times can someone sing home, get fooled again? Well, get it again now. The body's still warm, but the postmortem's done. Nothing to see here, folks, just to move along. While you're still waiting for the planets to align, well, someone ran off with your yours and mine. You might have the goods, but you're running out of time.
The Associates, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back in just a moment. That's right, you are, and you can go to CKUT.ca and hit the big pledge button. Make a pledge. We're looking forward to getting that in here. We got all kinds of things. We're actually, if you go there, we keep all the stuff in the archive. So if you miss something or you want to hear something again, you can always go there, look up programming and archives, and it's all there for you. And we're actually even putting it up now under the RSS format so that you can download it as a full podcast. So that instead of an MP3 or whatever, and there's no spyware, adware, malware. We don't have any of that kind of stuff. We don't need access to your contacts, your photos, your location. We don't care where you are. There's no permissions needed. You just have to take the show and enjoy it at your leisure. Then you don't have to worry about us spying on you and looking in on you. And we don't care what else you're doing. We don't care what other programs you use or any of that nonsense. So. Just go there, and if you missed the Associates or you want to hear them again, you can always go there and download the archive tomorrow, and you'll have their performance right there. And that's right, we are in the studio here with the Associates, Alex McElkern, Dan Legault, Alan Springer, and Alan's going to run off to a gig in a little while, right? You're playing McGibbon's on St. Laurent?
Oh, yeah. Big night at McGibbon's.
And you're doing it as a solo?
What's that? I'm doing a solo thing, yeah.
Yeah, and what do you do when you're solo? You just, what do you play? Give us a couple of tunes off your set list. What can people expect to hear?
What can they expect to hear? I don't know. I might do...
Wagon Wheel.
Oh, God. Yeah, if somebody asks for Wagon Wheel, I would do it. Nothing against Wagon Wheel. No, I might do, let's see, some Taj Mahal. I might do some Robert Johnson. But then I might do...
Marvin Gaye.
I might do some Marvin Gaye.
Some David Bowie?
Do I do Bowie? Yeah, I do some Bowie. A little of this, a little of that. It's a pub.
Yeah,
I like oral wallpaper.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a smile on people's faces, not get too intrusive. Or as intrusive as they want.
Now, you haven't been in here before, so let me ask you about your musical history. When did you first pick up a guitar, and why?
Why did I pick up a guitar? I started really late. I was about 16, 17, somewhere in there. My brother had a band, and they were living next door to my mom's place. And I just kind of wanted to do it. I was the world's greatest air guitar player. I knew all the licks on every album ever. But I just couldn't actually manage it. And it was actually, my mother said, if you ever get around to actually playing the guitar, you might have something there. You seem to know all the licks.
Yeah.
And I still don't, but but that was pretty much what got me doing it. My brother and sister played some music, and
what kind of stuff were they playing?
They were doing, it was like the 80s. I guess they were doing it was like original stuff that my brother liked, say like things like America and Pink Floyd, and then there was the guitar player was into Floyd and maybe some Zeppelin and stuff, and then my sister liked Joan Armatrading. It was like a melange of different stuff. Yeah. Pop stuff, though. They were playing a lot of pop tunes.
Yeah, you said your dad played.
Stuff. Yeah, my dad was into like country stuff, so there was always guitar. But my dad he was a funny guy. I mean, I'm not gonna run him down, but he was maybe not the greatest guitar teacher. He just gave me an A, a D, and an E, and said, "Here," which is a fantastic thing to give somebody, but like context.
Yeah.
There was no song involved. It was just strum. Yeah.
Here's three chords.
Yeah,
that's rock and roll.
That's it. You can rule the world with those three chords, but he didn't explain that part. It was just, it was painful, and I just abandoned it. But my brother said, "Hey, I wrote this song." I loved that. It was like, I could teach you to play guitar. I'll teach you something I wrote, which was actually fun because I liked the tune, and it was a bunch of bar chords and stuff. And so away I went. It was great.
Nice. And so you would call yourself stylistically just some of everything?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, in my house, I grew up, I was the youngest in the house, and so my brother turned me on to like Zeppelin at 5, trying to mess with my head, and I just really liked it. And my sister was into like I said, Armatrading, and she's a Bad Company fan. My mom liked Aretha and Marvin Gaye, and my dad was like into Willie Nelson and George Jones. So, and then I ended up like, I was super big Prince fan, and The Cure, and then I stumbled into blues stuff. Probably again, well, as I started playing guitar, I got into but I'm a backhanded blues guy. Like I came in basically through the big British greats, like the rock guys.
Yeah,
and did a little homework after.
The Jimmy Pages and Claptons and Becks
Beck and Hendrix and the guys.
Yeah.
And then I did do a little work looking back though, some Sumlin and things along those lines, which are like pretty slick stuff.
Well, a lot of guys did it, came through it exactly that way. They're listening to an album and they're looking and seeing, who's that guy who wrote that song? Who's Willie Dixon? Or,
exactly, that was one of the big moments in my life, was like getting that chess box, the Willie Dixon chess box.
Yeah.
Holy cow, I was like, this guy's a god. Amazing stuff.
And really, he kind of was to Chess Records because, he helped build them into what they were. And he wrote so many great songs.
Yeah, it's like
he wrote half the Zeppelin song list.
Oh yeah, exactly. And they financed the Blues Heaven Foundation after the lawsuit.
Oh, whether they want to or not.
Yeah.
Oh, they got enough.
Yeah. They can afford to give a little bit towards
to do the right thing.
Exactly.
It's one thing where I was going to say Stones again. No, I've done Stones in other interviews. We'll leave it out of this one. Talking about giving credit, Clapton did it when Cream went on their first American tour. They went and looked. Was it Slim Harpo? They went and looked for one of the guys. I'm so glad. Who did that? They went and looked for the guy, and he hadn't had royalties in years.
Yeah.
He got all his back royalties because of Clapton.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And the Stones too was looking for Howlin' Wolf to be on whatever that teen pop show was. And,
Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
That's hilarious video because they're like 5'2" and they're all sitting at his feet.
Yeah. I know. It's like he's holding court in a grade school. There.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, they paid their respects to it. I don't think they.
Yes.
I don't know if they ever ripped people off or not, but I mean, you get the impression they probably didn't. So
they certainly gave some people gigs. I think Muddy Waters got to have a nice bounce in his career.
Oh yeah,
because they mentioned him a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's the name of the band.
Yeah, exactly.
Blues has a way of creeping back in. No matter where you think you're going, it has a way of creeping back into the music.
Exactly.
You start from it and you go back to it. So.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a Rick Estrin song on his new album, "Blues Ain't Dead" or something like that. It's I'll look at it after. It's up on the shelf. Then you're going to favor us with another tune, right? Sure. I do believe.
Yeah.
And tell us about this one.
Prisoner.
It's you came up with the words of this one.
Yeah. I don't know.
We get requests for this one.
Yeah.
People find this one to be the sexy one.
Is it? I don't know. It's kind of fun. I don't know. I'm a lonely man. I'm a lonely, lonely man. What can I say?
And you were a prisoner of what then?
Of your love, John. Of your love.
Jeez, we're going to go back to that conversation?
Oh, here we
go. Hey, that's not your part in this band. My job.
Call me prisoner. Call me prisoner of your love. Call me prisoner. Call me prisoner of your love. Cause if you're mine, I'll do the time, baby. I just can't get enough. Let me dress you up in stripes. I'll wear these shackles and these chains. So let me dress you up in stripes now. I wear these shackles and these chains. Now, and I ain't feeling any pain, no. Time off for good behavior, that's something I don't need. Well, time off for good behavior is something I don't need. Just give me 3 square every day, and you can throw away the key, yeah. Throw it away. And so I sit in your lap of luxury. So I sit in your lap of luxury, yeah. A prisoner of my own desire, yeah. Warden, please don't set me free, no. Call me prisoner of your love. Well, now, call me prisoner. Call me prisoner of your love. Time, yeah, yeah, 'cause I just can't get enough, no. Now, if you're mine, I'll do the time, baby, 'cause I just can't get enough. If you're mine, I'll do the time, yeah, yeah, 'cause I just can't get enough.
Yeah, we have the associates here in the studio with us, and we're just going to ask if people want to go out and catch you live now. What have you got coming up?
Got a few things. We got our regular Wednesday nights at Smoke Meat Pete in beautiful Ile Perrot.
We're actually, it is jam night, I do believe.
It
right?
is jam night, so bring down your guitar.
And it's an early one.
Yeah,
Seven-
Starts 7 to 10. 7:30. You're right.
7:30, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, 7:30.
Yeah,
to
7:30.
It's only been 6 months, but 7:30? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. Come on. We get people up. It's fun.
Yeah.
We got a pub thing coming up, Irish Embassy on, is it the 3rd of this month?
3rd of this month, yes.
And we're doing a charity thing at the beginning of December. Bands for Baskets out in Point Claire. Where
That's
is
right.
it?
At Calistoga.
It's there, right. And there's going to be a bunch of bands on that.
That's an annual thing. They've been doing
Yeah.
that for a few
Yes.
years now,
That's it.
haven't they?
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And,
And
that's,
it's actually our first time being part of that.
and it's something that they do to collect food to donate to people who need food.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
that's
the
right.
Christmas
Exactly.
season.
So
That's right.
I do believe it's one of those things with bring some perishable items or
Exactly, yeah.
or some cash.
That's
and,
it. It's like
Yeah.
4 p.m. up till like 11 o'clock at night or something like
Yeah.
that.
And the
there's
date
going
for
to be
that
like
again
7,
is
8 bands on, a
Yeah,
few
yeah.
things. And
yeah, and that's at Calistoga. All right, and there's CD is available. It's called Volume 1, The Associates. It's Dan Legault on the drums, Alan Springer on the guitar and vocals, Alan McKelkrin on the bass and the vocals.
And let's not forget Bruno Castonguay took a bunch of photographs, and we used one on the front cover there and on the back.
Awesome photographer.
You can find him on Facebook at Burncast.
Yes, he's great.
Sort of an Abbey Roadish kind of.
Kinda.
Yeah, unintentionally.
Yeah, we weren't really planning on that.
Yeah. It just happens that way, I guess.
Yeah.
Taking a bunch of pictures and you don't know what's going to get used, and you don't even know what's in the viewfinder.
All I know is it was like minus 20 and we weren't wearing coats.
Yeah.
Went outside and then we ran back in. Yeah, that's right. We all had that look.
And the CD is available.
It is. Where is it available?
iTunes, our website as well at theassociatesband.com. And
get it off us at shows?
Yeah.
CD Baby.
Yeah, CD Baby as well.
You can listen to us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Do you usually bring them, like, 'cause I mean, you guys do things like as the Associates,
Yep.
and like Alan's running off to do a gig now. You play with a bunch of people and do other gigs. You and Dan do gigs sometimes as a duo.
That's true.
You and
We always
Alan do
have
things as a.
that's right. We always have a couple of copies lined
Yes,
up.
we always
exactly.
have
I
stuff.
was gonna
See
say
one of our
something.
names, you can
You
come
can
give
be
us
sure that
money.
there's gonna be
and we have
some.
T-shirts, so give us
Yeah.
money.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. T-shirts too. Excellent.
T-shirts, yeah.
Nice to hear that.
Yeah.
So let's leave them with a tune from your CD.
Perfect.
Which do you think you want to leave them here? What are you going to offer here?
Maybe the first tune, Grey-Eyed Girl from Amsterdam.
Gray-Eyed Girl from Amsterdam?
Yeah.
That's it then. Here is the Associates. I want to say thank you very much for coming in, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
And you can catch Alan just in probably about a half an hour over at McGibbon's on Saint Laurent. And the other guys, as you said.
The guys tomorrow night at Bistro Dojo.
That's right. Alec and I are doing a duo tomorrow
So
night.
we'll just
at
play
Bistro
our
Jojo.
parts and
So-
listen to.
So that's right. That's right. If you have a little.
It's very wide range stereo.
Exactly,
Yeah.
very wide range time stereo, and it's a novel concept, and I think it was in a Philip K. Dick story. So here's the Associates and Grey-Eyed Girl from Amsterdam.
Grey-eyed gal from Amsterdam, I knew for 7 days. Grey-eyed gal from Amsterdam, she taught me how to pray now. As I kneel before her altar, where the spirit she was raised now. Grey-eyed gal from Amsterdam, I knew for 7 days. Grey-eyed gal from Amsterdam, heard to steal your breath. Grey-eyed gal from Amsterdam, she offered me my best. Broke down my defenses, showed me the little death. one that got away. Gray-eyed gal from Amsterdam. She haunts me every day, girl. And in the red light of her windows, where my heart is gonna stay. A gray-eyed girl from Amsterdam that I knew for 7 days. Yeah. Well, I knew for 7 days. Well, I knew for 7 days. Yeah, I knew for 7 days.
That was the Associates and Grey-Eyed Girl from Amsterdam from their CD Volume 1. And my thanks to those gentlemen for stopping by this evening and playing a little bit of live music. It is now 10:02 and you're listening to CKUT FM 90.3. The show is ChaChaCha and Blue. And that's what I want you to click on when you go to the Make a Pledge button on our website.